Hello and thank you for joining me. Today I have a very interesting knife here. This is a brand that I've never even heard of until I stumbled upon it on TAC Knife's website, or TAC Knives. I think they're still trying to figure out the name, but this is the Babel from Fat Dragon. And I gotta be honest, just the name of the brand kind of sold me on it. Fat Dragon. I think that's really cool. And I really like dragons, so I took a closer look and immediately fell in love with this thing. Now, before we get further into this knife, just quickly want to mention the reason I stumbled upon this knife is I was looking at TACom's knives, or TAC Knives, sorry, their website, and just to see what else they had in stock. And if you guys don't know, I am designing a knife with TAC Knives. It is a fixed blade, and here it is. I don't have a name for it yet, but this prototype is very, very close to what we will put into production. And just want to give you guys a heads up, this will be coming out end of the year, hopefully very soon. And I will be doing a full video on this, basically testing it and letting you guys know how this works out there in the real world. Now getting back to the Babel from Fat Dragon. This thing is really, really awesome. And let me just flick it out for you guys. The reason I love this knife, or this knife design, I do have something similar to this, but I love the blade to handle ratio. So you're getting a crazy amount of cutting edge. I'll put it up on screen exactly how much cutting edge you're getting and the length of the blade, but as you can see there, very balanced with blade to handle ratio, which I really, really love in a knife. And this reminds me of another knife I have in my collection. It's the Kershaw Tumbler. And as you guys can see right here, the blade to handle ratio is very, very good. You're getting a lot of cutting edge on this blade. But I love this Kershaw. If you guys don't have the tumbler or you never handled the tumbler, I highly recommend it. And I think they're very affordable right now. And since this is a older model, I believe you can find some for sale or on sale on some websites. If I can find any sale prices for this knife, I'll leave a link down in the description below, or you can pick one up. And same with the Babel here from Fat Dragon. I will definitely leave a link in the description. But this is really good for the price point. I think it's $150 or $160. But you're getting a titanium constructed knife here. You have a milled titanium pocket clip, which works really good. I know it looks super thin, and it looks like it's hard to go into pocket because of this countersunk section here in this top milled titanium piece. But it works beautifully. I tested it out for, well, I've had this knife for about a week and a half now, but it works really, really well. And usually I'm not a fan of a lot of holes or just big openings in the handle of a knife, but this is actually surprisingly good. Feels really good in hand. I love the two-tone effect you have here, since you have these milled little titanium slabs that go on top of the titanium frame. But quickly, let's just get into the specs here. So, milled titanium construction handle. It is a frame lock, or I don't know, this is a tough one. Technically, I'd say a frame lock, but since you have this top cover, or this milled thin piece of titanium on top, I guess you could say it's a liner lock, or a subframe lock. You guys let me know down below of what you think this is, but I'm going to just say it's a frame lock. You have beautiful steel hardware. Now, everything is T8 on this, so that's really awesome. And even the pivot pin here, you can see you have a really nice texture, beautifully milled pattern on there, so that really stood out to me as well. You have a flipper tab for deployment with excellent jimping. This grips your finger very, very well. And you have a really nice, I wish it was stone washed, but this is a bead blasted 154 cm steel blade. And it is a Persian style blade, plenty of belly, which is one of my weaknesses on a knife. Again, a lot of cutting edge on that. Super sharp, by the way. And you do have dual folders for deployment. You can see they're really, really long on both sides. Now, deploying this blade, you can reverse flick it, but I've noticed with the reverse flick, you gotta get that bottom section of the fuller. I mean, if you can sneak your finger in even towards the top a little bit, you can get it. As you can see right there, I'm struggling a little bit. but I did find out that the easiest way is to reverse flick down here, which works really great, very snappy. Flipper tab works very well. The detent it's definitely on the stronger side, but it fires right out. And it is riding on bearings, so super smooth, very controlled drop shut action. Now when it comes to using your thumb on this fuller, you kind of have to get it on the higher section, but it does fire right out when you find the sweet spot. Now again, I got used to this knife over the week and a half that I've had it, so really enjoying it. Access to the frame lock here is really good. You can see they cut out just a little extra material here for you to access that frame lock, so it is very well thought out. They even gave you a little room underneath to get your thumb in there. We also have a full titanium backspacer, which is very well done. Beautifully milled. You have 2 slots here that you can look through, which I think gives it a really cool visual appeal. And then you do have some chamfered areas, and it gets very close. I noticed here from the flipper tab, it gets very close to the end of that backspacer. So high tolerances and just beautifully crafted. I also like these little slots they put on the side of the titanium frame here, so that you have more comfort when you're deploying the blade with that flipper tab, so your finger doesn't hit anything sharp. So really well thought out in that area too. Moving along to the Ergos, this thing is super comfortable in hand. Again, I was thinking all these little cuts and openings would be bothersome in the hand, but it feels really good. That pocket clip is sitting so low that it's not even a hot spot, just disappears. There's no jimping on the spine, but you're so locked in on this knife, it's not even really necessary. And I'd say the front finger choil is pretty generous. You can see there, you can choke up on it, but your finger does get pretty close to that cutting edge. I guess that's another issue I have with it, but it's really not that big of a deal. But just regular grip feels really good. And then the reverse grip is just as good. You have this nice flat spot right behind the lanyard hole, so super comfortable to land on. So in the Ergos department, I'd say this thing is really well done. Quickly want to mention how light this thing is, especially for the size. I mean, overall this thing is, let's see here, so we have 8, okay, so a little over 8 inches. So very large knife, and I haven't weighed this thing yet, so let's see how much this thing weighs. I'm really curious. I'd be surprised if it's under 5, but I don't think it is. Okay, I was wrong. It's only 3.92 ounces, so just a little under 4 ounces. Again, for its size, I'd say that it is really light. And again, this just really surprised me on the website. Didn't even know this existed, and I just really wanted to share it with you guys. My only gripe on this is the billboarding. I mean, I do love the name Fat Dragon. I think it's cool, but very large billboarding, even on the front here. That's not too big of an issue. I will be customizing this knife, just so you guys know. I'm definitely going to be etching and stone washing the blade. I mean, the bead blast is nice, but I'm just a sucker for stone wash, and even more of a fan of a etched and stone washed blade. So that will definitely be happening. I'm going to be anodizing the handles. I just don't know what color yet, but just wanted to show you guys this new knife brand. Let me know down below if you guys have heard of these guys before, or if they make any other designs. But that is the Babel from Fat Dragon. As always, let me know down below what you guys think of this knife. I really appreciate your guys' input. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you guys on the next one.